On World No Tobacco Day, we celebrate a remarkable public health success story, how vaping has helped millions of people quit cigarettes and saved countless lives, including that of ACTIA's own Cameron English. Cameron's journey started like many others. Weekend smokes turned into a daily pack-a-day habit. Tobacco had him hooked.
The tricky part is that you don't know that it's happening. And then it snuck up on me. One day I was smoking a pack of cigarettes. I was fine with it. That was the scary part.
Cigarettes are so addictive, Cameron says other cessation methods don't quite match the habit that smokers have grown to love.
That's the hard thing that nobody really knew how to combat until you got to a product like nicotine vaping. Because you couldn't just substitute in, oh, nicotine gum. I'm just going to sit here and enjoy chewing nicotine gum, right? The habit is the thing that you need to break. And it was really hard to do that until you had a product like vaping.
And science backs it up. Major studies show nicotine vapes significantly outperform traditional nicotine replacement therapies for quitting. That's because vaping acts as a bridge.
It substitutes in so casually and so easily that by the time you realize it works, you're like, oh, well, this is cool. I'll just keep doing this. And that's precisely why it's so effective.
We've talked about this before. There's mounting evidence on the safety of vaping. It's declining smoking rates. We've seen it happening. Why do you think harm reduction in that sense is still so controversial, even with having all of this evidence before us and talking about it?
I think it's because historically we've associated enjoying nicotine with harm. You know, if you go back 60, 70 years, whatever, and you look at how the tobacco industry marketed cigarettes, if you look at the legal fights and you look at the public relations that they engaged in, it was very deceptive, and it was all built around trying to obscure the fact that smoking was terribly harmful. And so when these products came on the market, people didn't know how to react. They were, and we know now from the evidence that you just mentioned, that they're significantly less harmful than tobacco. But I just think tobacco has this strange grip on our imagination as a culture. I think that's what it is.
The narrative, though, is shifting. The evidence on the benefits of vaping in terms of harm reduction is undeniable.
You have very, very good scholars coming out now, people from Harvard University, people from the tobacco control movement, like legal scholars like Cliff Douglas is a very big name in that world. Everyone knows who he is. But you have these experts coming out, and they're just looking at the evidence. They're looking at the clinical research. They're looking at the studies where you have ex-smokers like me who just quit casually, and they go, well, this is something we have to pay attention to. So I think you are seeing that transition. I think it's taken so long because it goes back to the point we were just discussing, where people have this knee-jerk reaction against anything nicotine or tobacco related. They're deeply skeptical of it, and it's just taken a while for the evidence to sort of break down those biases.
So on this World No Tobacco Day, the message is clear.
Do whatever you can to quit smoking. It's really that simple. There's still something like 25 million Americans who smoke. Smoking is still much deadlier than a whole host of things. If vaping works, great. If nicotine pouches work, great. If nicotine gum works, who cares? Just stop smoking. And that's the message that people need to know. The message they've been getting for many years now is you have to quit this way. These are the approved pathways, and if you don't quit these ways, you're doing it wrong. And that's the framing that needs to be exploded. Just quit smoking however you can.